So I'm doing a courtyard reveal. I had redeemed slabs. They were through slab pack reveals and purchases as well. Different. They were mostly all PSA. I think there's like a CGC. I don't recall seeing a Beckett one. But I'm gonna kind of do it out of order. I had already opened the box this morning when they arrived. Just wanted to kind of share the slabs that I got through Courtyard. Obviously, there's ranges from grades from PSA 6 all the way to PSA 10. I think the CGCs are like from 8 to 9.5. I'm gonna start with the CGC one. First one is a Larry Bird. I think it's a 1994. I'm gonna turn it over, but it's 1994 Upper Deck USA Larry Bird CGC 8. So trying to get more of Larry Bird. I feel like his cards are undervalued, especially for the type of player he was for the Celtics. Even though I'm a Laker fan, gotta give him his due. Just really like this one just because, his USA basketball jersey. But here's this one here. The next one, of course, Pokemon. We got the Charizard EX, Japanese, mint 9. Just really cool though, like I said, as previous videos, as a kid collecting Pokemon, never was able to hit a Charizard out of a pack or even buy one or own one as a kid. So as an adult, been able to buy a few Charizards. So it's been kind of nice just to kind of heal, I guess, that inner child and be able to get a Charizard. But I mean, it obviously would have been better getting a 10, but I'll take 9 on the Charizard. And then my last CGC slab here is another Pokemon as well. And for it here, Japanese 9.5. So gem mint there. Just thought this was pretty cool. The art rare, hollow. Just like the way that it looked. So got it. Even though it's not a big card or anything like that, I just decided to get this to have it. But I'll put the CGC slabs together here. So the next one is SGC. It's the only one that I believe I have from SGC for this courtyard reveal, but it is a 8.5 97 Upper Deck SPX Alonzo Mourning bronze. I still remember his story too, like when he had to stop playing basketball because of his kidney issues there. Yeah, as you can tell, it's a little thick here, the way that it sticks out from here in the back, just to encase the SPX card. I think it was like, might have overpaid, but it's like $7 for this card, something like that on Courtyard. Decided just to end up getting it, especially with Alonzo Mourning. And then the next one is a 1970 Topps. So it's Howie Kamai. Sorry if I mispronounce his name. So I got this here, 1970 Topps, PSA 6. So definitely trying to get more into the vintage. I have a few here that I had purchased from an antique store up by San Bernardino County. And I can't remember the player's name top of my head, but I know he was from Anaheim, California, which is where I grew up. So picked up guy. I know he had played for the Bulls, and I forgot his name, but I think it's Leo something. But I'm definitely gonna get more of these, graded, just to have them. Obviously, it's a big slab if you compare it to like obviously SGC, but can never go wrong with a vintage card there. And then, so this was a LeBron James Fleer Retro. So this was a 2007. That's a 2007 Fleer, 1987 Retro, LeBron James PSA 9. And the next one, I decided to get a Luka, especially with the way he's been playing for the Lakers lately. It's not a PSA 10, it's PSA 9, but still decided to pick it up. So it's the Panini Chronicles Luka Doncic Crusade. Just kind of like the little color match there. So I decided to get that. Next one, of course, is Victor Wembanyama. So this is the red ice, not the rookie, but still got this one in a slab pack. That's one I do remember, and decided just to hold on to this instead of selling back. I think it was at either $25 or $50 slab pack, but still, you know, anytime I get a Victor slab on the courtyard slab packs, I definitely try to keep them, even if it's a PSA 9. And the next one is, you know, playing really well. Definitely had a good game this past weekend. As you can tell, CJ Stroud there, king of cards, rookie card. It's a PSA 9 out of Illusions. Just definitely like the see-through of it, you know, definitely like it, especially with, I feel like his play, you know, been getting better, and especially I think he was throwing 2 touchdowns, with each touchdown was 40+ yards or more. Definitely try to get more of his cards. I feel like he is a good pickup. Obviously, it would have been nice in a PSA 10, but got this, I think, for pretty cheap for a PSA 9. And then trying to get more on the Jalen Green card pickups here. Another PSA 9, as I'll show you now. But it's the orange flash prism. It's a rookie card, so trying to get more of his as well. Trying to get a variety of cards as well, you know, just try to get different players, different things. And then, of course, sticking to players that I know about, like Derek Jeter. So this one is a 1992 Classic Best Derek Jeter. Like I said, I'm an Angels fan, but, you know, he had a tremendous career. Anytime I can get a Derek Jeter, definitely going to get it. I know I have I think it's a Mr. 3000. I think it's Topps Triple Threads patch card that I need to get graded, but need to get through storage to find it. But definitely decided to get this one here. Another one too. This one's obviously doesn't sell for much, but Jaime Jaquez or Jaquez Jr. Orange Ice PSA 9. So okay, so I've been picking up a few cards of his, even though they don't really sell for too much at the moment, but just never know. Just thought, you know, I have his card, and especially with his story as well, and hoping that, you know, he improves his game and continues to be consistent. The next one as well, as I think that there's a lot of PSA 9s that I had purchased, or got through, you know, purchasing or slab packs. So here's Zach Edey. The Silver Prism PSA 9. So decided, I think this was, I don't remember how much I got it for. I know I had purchased this from Courtyard on the marketplace, but, you know, decided to get them. Like I said, just trying to get a variety of players and cards. Even though the next person got injured, and I know you shut down. Sorry, just my little one here running around. But here's the 2024 Absolute Stargazing PSA 9 of Jaden Daniels. I'm hoping that this upcoming season he stays healthy and the Commanders play a lot better. But I feel like the potential is there with Jaden Daniels there. But same thing could have been said too, maybe with Justin Fields when he is with the Bears and different players. But definitely want to get this one too, Keon Coleman. Just kind of wanted to get a little bit more of the Bills players. So this one's also a Silver Prism PSA 9 rookie card here. And then the next 2 slabs are of the same player. Hasn't really been playing, I guess, the way that he should be playing, but Scoot Henderson. There's one, so Orange Ice. You know, but still gonna pick him up though, you know, if I can. I feel like there's a lot of upside with Scoot there if he can play and improve his play. Here's the Monopoly Purple. So decided to get it, why not? The next one is another one that I try to pick up a lot is Scotty Barnes. So here's the 2021 Select orange flash prism. So like I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of PSA 9 cards. And then another one's, as you can tell from here, is T. Higgins. The playoff momentum rookies, PSA 9. And I just liked it, obviously with the orange here, see through as well. Just decided why not. And then anytime I can pick up his cards, for cheap, I definitely will pick up Brandon Miller. This one is a PSA 9 Overdrive. So I know in my Arena Club showroom, I have I think I have like 30 plus cards of Brandon Miller. Obviously, I also have a lot of Anthony Richardson, but we'll see what happens with Anthony Richardson. Okay, here's another Brandon Miller. I think this is a lottery ticket one. Yeah, lottery tickets, PSA 9. So just like how it looks on here. So I decided to pick that up as well. And then we got another Brandon Miller. Out of 349. Topps Chrome Purple Refractor. So even though it's, not licensed on that year, still, like picking these up. Last one, I feel like, obviously injury shortened his career. But if you ever were a Ravens fan or follow the Ravens during the first Super Bowl win, you have Jamal Lewis, 1 of 5,000. The collector's edge graded and circulated. So decided to pick this one up. This was definitely about like $6, $7. Just wanted to pick this up. There was another card too of his that I wanted to pick up, but I think it was purchased by the time I tried to get it. So the next one is PSA 10 here, but CJ Stroud, Topps Now back. I just like this one, youngest quarterback. It's pretty cool. Has his highlights there, 3 touchdowns, 274 yards, passing yardage. It's a pretty thick card too. I don't know if you can see it from there, but you can see it's a thick card. So, because I definitely will pick up his cards. This one I had won it for free from the Market Movers little free giveaway that they had. So Deuce Vaughn, PSA 10, rated rookie. So can't go wrong there. So we'll see how his play goes. And then this one, I don't know if like a lot of people collect them or not, but I figured I'd get an Andrew Bogut. It's Sage, but it's out of 600 here, 578, PSA 10, so the Australian edition blue. So this was pretty cheap on the marketplace, so I decided to pick that up. And then we go into the lower grades here. We'll start off with the 6s. Here's the Michael Jordan PSA 6. So it's a career block total wrong on the Skybox Premium. Pretty cool card. I just like the way that the ball looks right here. Even in the PSA 6, decided to get this. Next one is, one of the greats here, Kobe Bryant. Also a PSA 6, but I just like the picture, the image on the picture here. Skybox Premium. And I don't know, it tells you right here where's number 8 in the NBA because his uniform at the prestigious ABC Adidas camp was 143. So if you add them all together, they come out to number 8. So it's kind of cool, I know it's obviously it would have been better in a higher grade, but definitely wanted to pick up a Kobe Bryant. The next one is a classic, so it's the Keen and his Air, and it's Shaq and Kareem. Limited print, so 1 of 46,080. So I just thought it was pretty cool. Obviously it's a low number there. And then we start getting to the 7s here. So this one's a 55 Bowman, Vernon Law. stud. Usually, like, I sell these, but when I looked up at the sell back value compared to what they've been selling on Card Ladder, the sell price on Card Ladder was more than the buyback price, so I decided to keep this one. And then the next one, another Jeter. It's a PSA 7 2000 Upper Deck Ovations Lead Performers. So this is from the 99 American League Championship win. So, you know, just saw this one. I've never seen this card before. I just like the way that, you know, it's after them returning back to the World Series. So decided to get this card here. Next one is another Shaq Classic 1995 Classic Images, Shaquille O'Neal, PSA 7 with, I believe, Alonso right there. So Images 95. So it's pretty cool, but there's, you know, some corner wear there, maybe some scratches on the cards, but still decided to get it, you know. I know some people just focus on like higher grades, but I try, as long as the card looks nice or as a player, somebody that, you know, I grew up watching, then I'll definitely purchase. The next one is also another Shaq Center Spotlight. And it is a PSA 7. I just like the silhouettes right behind him there. You know, just decided to get this as well. The next one, go to baseball for a little bit. Greg Maddux. So this was the preview refractor, the Bowman's Best 96 PSA 7. You know, one of the greats in pitching. Definitely like a nice looking refractor there, so I decided to purchase that. And then this one, I feel like he's really slept on a lot. Charles Woodson, numbered out of 8,799. Again, I don't know who decides on these numbers and why it was, you know, that number specifically, but it's a Top Star Bronze, Charles Woodson PSA 7. Then we go into another Jordan here. So this one is a 93 Stadium Club PSA 8. And then we get the 87 Fleer Joe Dumars PSA 8. You know, especially with the bad boys there, so decided to pick him up. Another one, WNBA. This is the only one I have. Rickea Jackson, sorry. Low grade, but just I like, you know, I like the way that it looked, especially since I like the Sparks. PSA 8. So I think they had another one, but the slab itself looked like it was really, really scratched up. So decided to get the better one that looked cleaner. I know there's a PSA 7 on the marketplace if it's still there. I thought about getting the 7, but I'd rather just get the 8 and wait to see if I get any other like PSA 9 or 10s on there. And then the next one, of course, is a King Griffey Jr. 91 Upper Deck PSA 8. Same thing with him. Anytime I see a King Griffey Jr. card on there, I try to pick up as much as I can. And then this one is a Tony Gonzalez. Sorry, she's just a little fussy here. But 97 Metal Universe, Tony Gonzalez PSA 8. Definitely like the background there, you know, so especially with the way that he played, you know, I think one of the best tight ends. Sorry, almost done here. So this one I probably shouldn't have purchased, but Cole Carrig auto, it's a PSA 8. Should have probably just got a PSA 9 or 10 of this one, but you know, just thought, you know, get an auto and take a chance on him. It's, you know, first Bowman. And last but least, it is a 93 SP Manny Ramirez foil, PSA 8. And as you can tell, there's like, even from here in this lab, you can tell there's scratch marks right there. But still, you know, this is pretty cheap as well. Just decided to get one. But this is it. This is all the Courtyard reveal